Most of them, in fact. Some of these are going to be last in stock. They're going to be down to like the single digits. Of course, we'll try to let you know that when we have the chance, or when they're, especially if they're under 5 of them. Like this first item, there's about 22 of these available. This is a big cocktail ring. We're going to be getting to this in just a moment, but I wanted to point it out because this will be item sold 101. Now, for everybody who's watching on TikTok, it's quite simple what you're going to need to do. It's not that simple. That's the reason why I need this. You're going to go to Shop LC, TikTok homepage. You're going to be there already, obviously. You'll click the link tree that's above email. Click live stream. It'll be your 4th option. Scroll down to comments, hit shop all, and to the left of the screen, you can view all the products on the live stream. This, for example, will be sold 101. Now, for everybody else who's watching, whether you're watching on Facebook or Instagram, the way it's going to work for you is you will simply put in the comments section below sold 101. Next item I'll show will be sold 102, so on and so forth, unless otherwise instructed. It's pretty simple stuff. All that said, we do want to point out that every purchase you make, no matter how big or how small, whether it's $1 or that $100 or 99.99, your purchase will go towards feeding a hungry child through our Your Purchase Feeds affiliation, which we've been doing now for several years. We're over 47 meals delivered. So if there's something that's keeping you on the fence and we can't convince you with our 30-day money-back guarantee policy or anything else, or with the beauty of the item, think about the children, and maybe that'll push you over the fence, because no matter how big or small, it's already baked in the cake. Your purchase goes towards feeding a hungry child. So that's a lovely thing that we do on your behalf, whether you knew it or not. We don't round up for you. It's already in the mix. Okay? That said, let's talk about item sold 101. What we're talking about here is one of the most beautiful gemstones there is in the world. It's called Madagascar Paraiba apatite. Apatite is a fairly abundant resource, but to get it in this color is very rare indeed. And when you get it in this color, it looks, basically, the reason why they call it Paraiba apatite is because it looks quintessentially like Paraiba tourmaline. Many of you are not familiar with that, but most of you probably are if you're watching this. But Paraiba tourmaline is an extremely rare color to find. It's copper-bearing tourmaline. When you get the pool water blue, that usually commands the highest price. This is that pool water blue, that Paraiba apatite as it's named. This is also going to have some pink tourmalines. So it actually does have real tourmaline in there. Now I'm just showing it to you on my finger just to give you an idea of scale, because this is a very, very large cocktail ring. These are not itty-bitty tiny micro pave stones. These are genuine gemstones all throughout. Now you've got the all-natural pink tourmalines. Those are more than likely not going to be too much treated. Might be some mild heat treatment, but typically tourmaline are not heat treated. That's also going to be your October birthstone for what it's worth. This ring is absolutely stunning. You've got it in a very, very high-end designer look too, because you've got the vermeil, you've got the little traces here where they've done the 18-karat yellow gold overlay on top of precious metal. So it's all going to be in sterling silver, okay? 5 karat 15 total weight, big, beautiful, and very classy. You've got a nice wide band if you look at it from the side profile. Take a look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Sort of fleur-de-lis style there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a ring that very easily could run you. We had it at $999, maybe on the little bit high side, maybe $899. But none of that matters, because it's not going to be $899. It's going to be $99 for you today, ladies and gentlemen. $99. You've also got platinum overlay. I want to point that out. So you've got two of the world's most expensive metals, noble metals as they're known, on top, and they're precious metals. They're in that same, under that same umbrella, but on top of sterling silver, which again is a precious metal as well, because it's a finite metal. This has a $20 budget pay. We want to talk about budget pay for a moment. What is budget pay? Well, budget pay is an opportunity for you to get this home for basically $20, not including taxes. You're not going to pay any shipping because this is over the $50 mark. All right, this is sold 101. You get it home today on a budget payment of $20. You'll then pay 66 cents a day for the remaining 4 months. If you can afford 66 cents a day and the initial $20 investment, then you can get this home. But keep in mind, there are only about 22 of these. Now, we have it available in sizes 5 through size 9. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 available to you today. Can we scroll down and just give them a little bit of the particulars in terms of the potty appetite versus the pink tourmaline? So you got about, let's see, that can't be right, 94 points. There's no way. That's a lot more.
Oh, there's more.
Okay, so I'm guessing because there's a center stone. I'm guessing there's a round center stone. Okay, so I think I've got this figured out. This round center stone right here is almost a full carat on a round. Wow, on a round Paraiba appetite, right? The remainder is going to be a carat 74 in Paraiba appetite. This is going to be these ovals, but you do have that center stone of the round. And then the remainder after that, let's see, we'll keep scrolling down. Paraiba 2. Oh, Paraiba Appetite 3. So we've got 97 points. Of Paraiba Appetite also 29 points. So essentially you're going to have then 26 points and 89 points. So I'm not going to try to do all that math. Go to Sold 101 and you'll get all the particulars in the specifications deal, which is going to be about halfway down the page once you get to the information page on this. That'll give you all the particulars. But suffice to say, you're going to have over 5 carats of extremely rare, extremely beautiful. I think that pool water blue is a perfect sort of contrast to go with these almost blush-colored tourmaline, pink tourmaline that you're getting there. And that's also a very rare color to see in the pink tourmaline as well. So tourmalines also, these are considered by many to be most gemologists and gem hounds. They're in love with tourmaline, and for good reason. You know, it's one of the world's most beautiful gemstones. It comes in the widest variety of colors and hues. They say about 30,000 plus. So you're getting something special here, and you do have that beautiful design work that is very, very high end and luxurious. You've also got a finished under gallery. Again, Sold 101. This is $99 for a big cocktail ring, ladies and gentlemen. Sold 101. But look at the color. Look at that color on the blues and both the pinks. So I don't know. You have a gender reveal party. Maybe you have a newborn child. This would be an excellent ring to gift the missus. Or, you know, at this price. I mean, look, we have 22 of them. It's very sizable if you need to size it. If you can't get it in the exact size you need. Or the number of them that you need in the exact size, no worries there, because this is, again, very sizable. So think about getting this for a lot of people that are joining the gender reveal party. I think that would be a fantastic thing, because you've got the blue and the pink. It's a very, very cool ring. But we're going to move on. Fantastic opportunity, big, bold look, lots of carat weight, lots of expensive gem collectors' gemstones, and you're getting it for pennies on the dollar. Easily $800 to $1,000, $1,200 if you saw it out in the retail world. I've just never seen anything quite like it. It's a fantastic design on this. You're going to see a lot of that. We take some chances here at Shop LC. Our parent company, based out of India, is probably one of the largest manufacturers of jewelry in the world. Their jewelry is featured in a lot of, retail jewelers that you've probably seen before. You've just seen these type of pieces for exponentially higher prices. Why? Because, there's a lot of middlemen that are involved. So by the time it filters down to, the retail level, the brick and mortars, as we call them here, I call it out in the wild. Your mall jewelers, your run of the mill, your kiosks, things like that. A lot of times there's so many markups along the way because there's so many middlemen along the way. When you buy stuff from us, you're essentially getting it direct from the manufacturer, because our parent company, again, based out of Jaipur, India, is one of the largest jewelry manufacturers in the world. And with that comes economies of scale, comes our design capabilities, and we're able to do things that other companies, shopping companies can't do, like home shopping companies online and on the web, that is online, and on television. That's the reason they can't touch us, and that's the reason why we are one of the fastest growing, if not the fastest growing out of all of them, because we basically offer things at prices that nobody can touch. Can't touch this. Boom, 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 boom. Wow, wow. Can't touch this. All right, that's a little, for those of you that remember MC Hammer. All right, that said, we're going to move on to sold 102. We got you that amazing ring. And now we're going to bring to you the exact matching pendant. Nearly the same specifications, a little bit larger in terms of the real estate that you're going to see on the pendant here. Now this is going to be 5 carat 30, but to me it looks slightly larger. It may just be an optical illusion, but you tell me. Either way, one thing I can say is sold 102 was absolutely meant to be sold together with sold 101. So here we go. This is for TikTok and for everybody else who's watching on Facebook and Instagram. Look at that. So roughly the same dimensions-ish. You do have that sort of beautiful cushion, sort of almost like a square shape. You've got 20 inches, so it will come with the chain. So that right there you're getting, because again, you're getting it with the vermeil, okay, the yellow gold overlay. You're getting it with the platinum overlay, all on top of precious metal. You've got the sterling silver chain. It's going to come along for the ride. That's 20 inches on the chain. Nice cocktail pendant there, but not huge, not like medallion size. I mean, this is a good size. It matches the ring. Again, you've got all those beautiful pool water blue, Paraiba apatite, and then of course those gorgeous pink tourmaline. Almost have a hint of purple in those tourmaline as well. Very rare color to see in tourmaline, but just magical. Again, all the specifications virtually identical. So you can understand, they didn't just take a bunch of gemstones and toss them in there. There's a rhyme, there's a reason for all of it, and where things are placed. You've again got the round. It's going to be virtually the same specifications that you saw on the previous item. This is sold 102. It as well will be $99.99. The chain alone could easily run you $69 to $109 at the retail level. It's like you're getting the pendant along for free. It's got a nice large bail too. I'm going to give you that measurement from top to bottom, bail to bottom. It's going to be just shy of 1.5 inches. All right? So just shy of 1.5 inches from that bail into the bottom of the pendant. Like the ring, it's going to have nice filigree sort of scroll work underneath. That's going to make it very, very comfortable on the skin. Ditto that with the ring when you're sliding the ring on and off. When you have that scroll work underneath, when you have that finished under gallery, that does add to the comfort and ease of it sliding on and off as well. Okay? So, not going to insist. I never insist, but I do strongly encourage you that if you got the ring and if you love the ring, and what's not to love, it's a beautiful cocktail ring. It's classy, it's elegant. It's a cocktail ring, and sometimes those can be loud and obnoxious. They can be sort of big and gaudy. This is not that. This is just giving you a very strong power CEO style ring that you're going to get 1,000 compliments on. And if you get the pendant, well, they'll keep showering you with them. And I don't know of anybody who's done this exact same style design with this exact placement, with the use of gold and platinum, which a lot of your high-end designers are using now. And put them all together so beautifully. This is a wonderful, wonderful look here, and you're getting it essentially for pennies on the dollar. Now, if you're thinking, okay, Chris, well, I don't want to spend $200. You know, I wasn't planning on coming here today to spend $200. Fair enough. Budget pay. No credit check. Not a credit card. None of that. 0 interest payments. You essentially would get both items sold 101 and sold 102 home for $40. Then you would spend a little bit over, we'll call it $1.33 a day for the remaining 4 months. So if you can afford $40 investment, you get them both home. It's not layaway, as was it Deanna says it, not layaway, it's straight away. So you get it straight away too. You'll be able to wear it. We're not going to charge you any interest payments whatsoever. You'll just pay $1.33 a day for the remaining 4 months. Very doable, great look, and if you get one, most assuredly get the other. Now, look, if you just want to get one, fair enough too. Maybe you're not sure you want to get it as a gift for somebody who loves Paraiba tourmaline. All right, if let's just say if this was Paraiba tourmaline and it looks just like it, and I've sold Paraiba tourmaline before. I've sold, I don't want to say thousands, but I've sold literally probably dozens of Paraiba tourmaline rings and pendants and things like that in the past. This is a dead ringer. It is extremely rare too, Pariba apatite. So don't think it's not. It's just that it doesn't have quite the pedigree that Pariba tourmaline, but it's a dead ringer. For what would be, if this is all Pariba tourmaline and pink tourmaline, I don't know, $8,000 if you're lucky. So take advantage of it, ladies and gentlemen, and get the pendant too. Get the matching pendant. I'm going to show that to you one more time. There's for TikTok and everybody out there. This is for Instagram and Facebook. And just a beautiful opportunity. Again, it is going to come with the chain. That's sold 102, and get it along with sold 101. Now the pendant, we only have 4 of them. That's the catch with the pendant. So extremely limited on this. Look, if you just get it for the chain, you did pretty good for yourself, right? You did what you would pay for a chain like that at the retail level. It's 20 inches and just gorgeous. And I love the fact that they put that gold with the platinum. It's what a lot of high-end designers are doing. They're sort of mixing the two. It really does give it that boutique look, really does give it a very, very strong look. So take advantage of that, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful opportunity on Big Cocktail Ring and the matching pendant. All right. Why don't we move on forward to what we're going to call sold 103. Okay, I'm going to put that just right behind me here. Folks, we've got, just to give you a little bit of a preview, we've got amethyst that's about to come up next. All right, we've got what looks like, this is probably going to be black tourmaline. It's beautiful. It could be a spinel, but I'm pretty sure that's tourmaline. We've got a big ruby ring coming your way that is to die for. A star sapphire, all coming your way here shortly. But first, from one cocktail ring to another. All right, we're gonna move on. This is a gorgeous. This is gonna be your African amethyst. This has at least bichroic in terms of the looks. In other words, there's 2 colors that you're seeing depending on which angle that you're looking at this particular amethyst. Of course, it's your February birthstone. It is a very substantial, nice thick ring too. The band on this, I want you guys to see that band too. But look at the stone. Tell me that's not gorgeous, right? Big, beautiful, feminine on the, I'm just kind of putting it on my finger just to kind of show you a scale, idea of scale. Remember, I have pretty large hands, so just to give you an idea of the size of this. Again, we're talking a cocktail ring. It's not loud, it's not obnoxious, it's not ostentatious. It's a good look. The pear shape, one of the favorite cuts of most people out there, gives you a little bit of versatility. You could wear this up depending on where you wanted to wear it on your finger. You wear it with the point facing down. That's your prerogative. It's going to be beautiful either way. Nice basket style mounting with sort of fleur-de-lis engraving all throughout. And again, you've got that very, very thick, wide band ring, which gives it a lot. This has got a lot of hardware to it. It's 10 karat 50 on your amethyst. And when you have a stone that's this big, that's this beautiful, you've got a top gem quality stone. Again, with those flashes of pinks. Almost, this is pleochroic, you could say, because you do see hints of lavender, you do see little flashes of pink, you do see that deeper, rich color that you get from your traditional, more Siberian style amethyst with that more Concord grape color. But this is sort of the meshing, the melding, I think the best of all worlds when it comes to amethyst. Folks, this is not going to be $899, $729.99 is where we had it at. You're getting it today for less than $100, $99.99. You have a $20 budget pay available to you on this. And it's elegantly simplistic in the design. Now again, you do have nice filigree work, nice sort of fleur-de-lis style scroll work on the mounting, but you've also got a very, very thick band. And one thing I do want to point out too is on this band underneath, you also continue with the filigree work there, right? And that goes halfway down the band as well. I don't know if you're able to see that at home, but I mean, they took out all the stops on this one. Nothing was spared. Now we do have this available in an oval shape. I want to say that's probably going to be a little bit more on the price. We have about 2 dozen of these. This is the ideal. If you're a lover of amethyst, amethyst is said to bring a lot of calming sensations. It's said to help you keep and maintain wealth. You know, these are like the sort of on the Eastern Front in terms of like, you know, the feel-good side of things. But it's one of the most beautiful gemstones in the world. It's in all of your of your royal jewels throughout the world. Kings and queens wear this stone. This is your purple quartz, and it is an absolutely beautiful stone. I love the cutting on this. I love the shape. It's got it all. It's got the color. It's got the cut. It's got the clarity. It's got the carat weight at over 10 carats. And folks, I mean, you'll find larger amethyst. You'll find smaller amethyst. But to me, this is just one of the most beautiful stones you're going to see out there. And you're getting it for pennies on the dollar. Now, for what it's worth, this is a newer item. We've only got one review. That one review, though, it's a 5-star review. Okay? $20 on budget pay, 0 credit check, 0 interest payments. You can get this home for $20. If you don't fall in love with it, send it back. The oval, is that going to be available at $99?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So we also have this available in an oval, large oval. Ditto everything else, the exact same of everything else in terms of the design work, in terms of the scroll work, the filigree work, in terms of the box style, basket style mounting with all that, with the fleur-de-lis designs on that as well. It's just going to be in an oval. The oval is about 10 karat 80, so that's going to be about the same size as your pear shapes. It's going to be an oval. So it's your prerogative, whichever one you want to go for. I will say for me, I'm loving the pear shape, but the oval is gorgeous too. So it's really just a matter of what you're into in terms of shapes. But it will be the similar material, probably cut from the same rough. So you will have, I imagine, and if you don't, and if it's not everything I say it is, again, you've got 30 days inspection period. You can send it back. But I think that when you go out there shopping and you see what Vermeil goes for, you see what cocktail rings this size that are over 10 carats go for. I think you're going to find it impossible to want to return it because you will fall in love with it. Nice thick band too. I do want to point that out one more time, that the band is so thick. I mean, look, if we're just talking about a silver band with Vermeil, 2.5 microns of gold on top, beautiful yellow gold. So it gives you a very, very expensive look. It gives you the look of about a $3,000, $4,000 ring because of all that gold look. And it's going to look exactly like, because you do have real gold on top of precious metal as well. So this is an excellent opportunity, folks. We have it available in the oval. We have that in every size available except for 8. I will say this is very sizable. Size it to whatever you need. Any jeweler can handle that for you. It shouldn't be an issue whatsoever. But we have it in size 5 through 10 minus the 8 with the oval. And if we could click back on the pear shape, I'll give you the sizes that we have available to you. This is sold 103. So in the pear shape, we do have a little bit less in terms of the sizes. We have not a 5, not a 6, but a 7 through 10 available. 11's just sold out on that one as well. But 7 through 10 available in this. But again, very sizable. The money that you're saving definitely could get it sized for sure with no issues. And that gold, I gotta say, the gold they put on top of that, it is rich. Like, it has that buttery look that you get from like the 18 to 22, 24 karat gold. Whenever we show you that, if you guys have seen the 22, 20 plus, I'd say, karat gold, typically you're gonna have that sort of buttery luster. That is what this has. Now, I do want to point out something really quick as we get ready to move on. Again, this is sold 103 on that beautiful cocktail ring in the amethyst, of course, your February birthstone. One thing I do want to point out, though, is if I go too fast or too slow, in fact, on something, feel free to chime in. This is a live and interactive sort of opportunity for you, much like with the television show where you can send in emails and stuff like that. We try to be as responsive as possible with you whenever you give us feedback here, or if you ask a question, or if you just want to say a comment, hey Chris, good to see you, whatever. We love hearing from you. So keep in mind, that's always fun for us as well, and we'll always try to get your response as quickly as possible. If it's something I'm not able to answer for you, then we'll do our best to make sure that we can answer it for you in the time that we do have. And if there is time permitting, if you need me to flash something back in, maybe you're giving something some serious thought, always happy to try to do that for you. Okay, time permitting. Sound good? Fair enough? All right, cool. So we're gonna move on. This is item sold 103. I hope you'll take advantage of it. If you're a lover of amethyst, you absolutely have to love this. And I love the fact that they put it with that Vermeil, because that does make that color pop and that color sensation. Best of both worlds. It's like a fleur-de-lis and a sort of Concord grape Siberian look on the amethyst, like sort of meshed, You get a lot of pleochroic nature on this one too, with all the different flashes of color, depending on which angle you're looking at it. So that's a great look. And we're going to go from that one to what I think would be fantastic as an accoutrement. That's a Swahili word. No, it's a French word, I think. Accoutrement, probably a French word. But this would make a great accoutrement to go along with that ring. What you have is a nice sort of emerald style cushion, which is going to be bezel set. This is the first time I'm seeing this one. I saw it in our sort of pre-show, but in person, it looks like a charm bracelet essentially. They put it in there with, let's see, we've got Moroccan amethyst. Okay, so you've got very, very fine material there with the Moroccan amethyst. Again, looks very similar to that previous item that we showed you. So you're going to have some of the deeper, richer Concord grapes, but as you can see in this larger picture here, you've got some of the pinks and lavenders and those sort of lilacs, really nice, light, subtle colors. You've got these hallways with a step-down cut going on with that. You've got a bezel set, going to keep that gemstone nice and protected. It's going to be about a 7.5 on the Mohs hardness scale. Quartz, around a 7.5. So very durable. Not a lot of things that can scratch it up other than a diamond, maybe a emerald, chrysoberyl, ruby. What else? Yeah, probably. There's a couple other gemstones, but suffice to say, very, very strong in terms of the scratchability of it. Now, this one, ladies and gentlemen, it looks extremely expensive, and it should, quite frankly, be very, very expensive. This should be well over, in my opinion, $1,000 for what we're getting. Because again, we've got the vermeil, we've got a lot of the hardware, right? So we've got the vermeil, which is going to be at least a minimum of 2.5 microns of solid gold on top of your sterling silver. Again, a very precious metal, a limited metal. There's only a finite amount of this material in the entire world. So you've got something that's very, very nice. Bezel setting all throughout. So that's going to keep it nice and secure. You got a big lobster claw clasp there as well. We've got this in a size 7. That's the unfortunate part. But here's the fortunate news. If you go to shoplc.com, if you wear something that's larger than a 7 in length, and I'll double check that measurement for you just in case. It is, well, yeah, I'm going to say right out of 7. So 7 is correct. But you can go to shoplc.com and you can probably find easily, not probably, I'm going to say with a high degree of certainty, if you go to shoplc.com, you will be able to find an extender, which will probably extend it anywhere from 1 to 2 inches. So let's not let the length be one of the things that sort of keeps us from taking advantage of this. Now you've got these staggered, beautiful, again, Moroccan amethysts in the round cuts, bezel set, and those are staggered with what look like, I'm going to say probably white topaz, but lots of refraction going on there. Let's scroll down a little bit. Might be moissanite. One of the other things that can, moissanite. Okay, so we got about 96 points in moissanite. That's a lab-created stone, but it's a very expensive lab-created stone. It's also a lab-created stone which gives you basically the look, and it can be fooled by diamond testers as well, and very often fooled by diamond testers, some of the finest, into thinking it's a diamond, because you get a lot of that, the refractive nature and the sparkle, the scintillation, but typically it's going to be even greater than that of a diamond when we're talking about moissanite. Moissanite is absolutely stunning. I'm not going to go into a big dissertation on what moissanite is. I will say, though, it's a very strong gemstone. It's a lab created, but it's from a genuine gemstone. The lab creation is. So you have the exact same chemical makeup that you have in a genuine moissanite, which, if this was genuine moissanite, would probably be one of the rarest, if not the rarest, gemstone on Earth. It's initially discovered in 1893 by Henri Moissan, and then synthesized about 100 years later by a group by the name of Charles and Copard, who really, really put it on the map. And now you've got something that is not cubic zirconia, it is not an Austrian crystal, It is the next level. It gives you the sparkle and brilliance of essentially what's going on here. Huh. We're looking at some news here. Oh,
There we go.
busted. But you get something with the sparkle, the brilliance of that, of I'd say probably a VVS D flawless diamond to a D flawless diamond. Just a D flawless, but D VVS flawless. It's super clean and again absolutely gorgeous. Now those are D flawless diamonds. We're having another conversation about this. We're going to be closer to the $10,000 to $15,000 range, but you're getting that exact same look. You're getting the look of solid gold, and 2.5 microns is the bare minimum that you have to have. We typically will do a little bit more on that, but it almost looks like a charm bracelet. The way they're staggered, it's absolutely gorgeous. And again, 7 inches, but let's not let that sort of hinder us from taking advantage of it. If you need to get an extender, no issue there. SouthLC.com. I think you're going to be able to find that with little to no problems. Now we've got about a dozen of these. Okay, that's it. It's got a it's $97.99. It's got a $19.60 budget pay. So if you want to get it home, take a look at it, inspect it, see if you love it. If you love it, and I think you're going to absolutely love it, then look, you keep it. If not, you send it back. You're not going to break our hearts. But I think this is one that's definitely going to give you a very, very expensive look. A lot of times we talk here, we'll talk about, perceived value. The perceived value on something like this is through the roof, for sure. So definitely, if you love it, and if you don't, then it's a moot point, right? But if you love it, and it is truly, absolutely beautiful. It does have a boutique look. It does look like something you're going to see in one of those high-end design showrooms. Then take advantage of it. Let's get this. We've only got about a dozen of them, again. So you've got a limited opportunity here to get something that is gorgeous and something I think is going to be unlike what a lot of your friends will have in terms of bracelets. We can get you, we can get you a tennis bracelet. We can do all that. But this is kind of next level in terms of design, in terms of the look. So loving that. Now, we're going to move on. Sold 104 is that beautiful bracelet there. All right, in all precious metal. Gosh, that's gorgeous. All right, nice filigree work underneath the basket style mounting too on that main, and on all of them really. Okay, so we're gonna go from that to what I think is a truly unique look. For those of you who watch a lot of my shows, you know I like different. I like something that's a little bit out of the mainstream. We can get you a pair of hoops all day long, right? We can get you a nice high polished pair of hoops. We can get you a nice little oval set of amethyst hoops. But this, what they've done here in terms of design, is very, very chic, right? So you've got almost these sort of, horizontal style emerald cuts. We'll call them baguettes for the purposes of this presentation. Again, you've got that very, very fine African amethyst here. You've got beautiful little flashes of pink in each of them. You've got the deep, rich grape color, that Concord grape look that we all love from amethyst. And you got something that's in just a different style design. Now, it's a pretty big amount of carat weight. Not so much so that I would say that it's going to weigh down on your ears, but definitely a good bit of carat weight that we're working with here, and a good bit of real estate that you're getting from each one of these. Absolutely gorgeous. And these are going to be in sterling silver, but we do have them bathed in platinum. They're going to be a little over an inch in terms of the width of what we're working with here. We'll call it an inch, just shy of an inch and a quarter, okay? So we're in Goldilocks range, right? We're not too big, we're not too small. I'm going to kind of hold this up to my ear there, just to give you a look of what it's going to, and you'll look obviously much more beautiful with them on than I do, but get just to give you a picture of what these are going to look like. Sensational. Let's see. They're going to have they're going to snap shut. You have a nice hinge there too, so that's an expensive addition there. It's going to snap right into place, and then you'll just sort of undo it there. But a beautiful look and different, right? Depending on which one you want to wear and which ear, you can wear them. If you want the sort of, you want them facing down towards the ear. In terms of the design, that's your prerogative, but it's a great, great look, very full, very robust, and again, you're getting a very, very expensive platinum overlay. Platinum, of course, one of the more expensive metals in the world, and one of the strongest too. $399 is where we had these as our estimated retail value. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are giving these to you for under $50. They are $49.99. Now that is going to put you at the threshold where you're not going to pay any shipping. All right? So we've got about 2 dozen pairs. And ladies and gentlemen, a $10 budget pay. $10. Yeah. So if you love them, get them home. Use your budget pay. $10 is going to get these home, and then you're going to pay essentially 33 cents a day for the remaining 4 months. Can you afford 33 cents a day? Can you afford a $10 initial investment? If you can, these are yours. Get them home, see if you love them. If you have a friend or a family member, a loved one who has a February birthday, of course, keep that in mind. February is the birthstone. This was a color once only exclusively reserved for royalty. Oh, I didn't snap that one back shut, but no worries. Very durable gemstone as well. But once initially reserved just for royalty, and of course in all of your royal jewels throughout the world here. But a beautiful look, and again, this is sold $105. You can get them for $50. No shipping on this one will be charged, so we're at that $49.99 sort of threshold. So that's going to make it very, very affordable. And of course, if you want to make it even more affordable for you today, utilize the budget pay. 0 credit check, 0 interest payments. Absolutely gorgeous. A different take on a hoop here with a sort of staggered and they sort of at an angle with these beautiful emerald cut baguettes. Absolutely gorgeous. And again, all bathed in noble metal platinum. So an excellent look, an excellent opportunity, but very limited because again, we only have 2 dozen. 2 dozen available to you today. So if you love them, then what's not to love? Let's jump on it. Maybe the last time you see those, I think those easily sell out on the television show side of things. So that was sold 105, and we're going to move on to sold 106. Now, at those of you who have followed me in the jewelry career side of things, you know that once upon a time I did work at another network. You might remember my show Jewelry Treasures with Chris, right? A great network, nothing bad to say about them. But what I will say is that while I was there, we sold many star sapphire rings, many star ruby rings. It's hard to show on television and on here in this format as well, because you do have a lot of competing studio lights. But when you want to show the asterism, which is the phenomena exhibited whenever you have a star ruby, a star sapphire, star chrysoberyl, whatever it may be, it's very, very difficult to show the sharp 6-legged star. It's typically going to be a 6-legged star that you'll see. Now I can see it when I look at like this. And this picture does show somewhat that 6-legged star. It's going to be nice and centered. So it's going to be more difficult for me to show it to you here because we have so many different studio lights. If there was one source of light, we would be able to do it. But when I was at this other network, we would sell something that looked very, very similar to this in a very, very similar style mounting. Now, we never sold it with all this beautiful tanzanite, which I think is the ideal accent stone to go along with this beautiful royal blue sapphire that you're getting. That's going to be genuine corundum. Okay, we're not talking about lab-created corundum, lab-created sapphire here. We're talking about 8 karat 50. I got to think we're probably looking at about 4 carats plus, at least, on your center stone. The remainder is going to be in this beautiful tanzanite. So we've got rarity upon rarity, right? We've got the corundum, we've got the sapphire, right? It'll be a 9 on the Mohs hardness scale, coming in about 7 1/4 is going to be on the Mohs. Is going to be your tanzanite, one of the rarest gemstones, as most of you know, in the world, a one-source gemstone, a gemstone that's very, very difficult to come across these days. I'm loving how they mix the two here together because that's going to draw out a lot of those really, really nice blues that you're going to see in this stone in particular. But you've also got what is a very, very difficult thing to come by. You've got the asterism. the star phenomenon. It takes a master gem cutter in order to do it properly to where it's going to be perfectly centered. You do have a very, very nicely centered six-legged star on this. You're not going to be able to see it looking at it here. Try to do that, but I don't know if it's going to work. I was able to see it, but it's always a kind of a nightmare to try to do that for you guys, so I won't attempt to. Suffice to say, you've got the 30-day money-back guarantee policy, okay? So I want you to get this home. If you love it, it's 8 carat 50 total weight, and that's for Instagram and Facebook. This is under $100. Something like this at my former job in a very similar style mounting, minus the tanzanite, probably would have been diamonds or moissanite or zircon or something that we would have it surrounded by, would easily go for several thousands of dollars. Now this is going to be in sterling silver. You've got it bathed in platinum, so very, very expensive precious metal all throughout. You've got nice filigree work underneath, a nice finished under gallery, going to make it very comfortable to wear. It's a beautiful cocktail ring. It's under $100. It's $99.99. Have you ever seen one with tanzanite? This is the first time I've ever seen one with the tanzanite there, which I think is just gorgeous. You've got like a pinwheel sort of flare type mounting, with a double halo of these marquise cut tanzanite. This is fantastic. Of course, I think white metal, platinum in particular, looks fantastic. This gives you that look of almost like one of those. It's very reminiscent of a lot of the rings that you saw in the Art Deco era with all the symmetry that you see, but with a little bit of a twist. That they did the marquise sort of staggered there as well. So that's a little bit different from what you saw maybe with a lot of the Art Deco pieces. And of course, tanzanite wasn't even discovered yet during the Art Deco era, but it does have that look and that feel, and white metal looks fantastic with blue gemstones. So this is going to be an ideal look. It's going to be something, I don't think any of your friends will have anything quite like it. In fact, we've only got on this one available to you today less than a dozen of these. So we've got about 11 available to you. We've got it available. Here's the bad news. We don't have it in a 9 and a 10 and a 6. Those have sold out. But we have it in a 7 and an 8. That's the good news, is it's very sizable. And that 7 and an 8 is about the average size of most ladies' fingers. So find a finger, make it fit. Understand that if it doesn't necessarily, you've got what is going to be very sizable, but you're getting something truly, truly unique. With the asterism, the phenomenon that you're getting from that sapphire, you're getting something unique because you're getting, and if we scroll down, I want to give them the exact specs on that center stone. I'm going to say it's 4 carat plus at least. 5 carat 83 just on that center stone. The remainder is going to be with the beautiful marquise cut tanzanites. All right? Just to give you an idea of scale. You're getting a big cocktail ring, a big look, bless you. And folks, this is something truly spectacular. You've got rarity upon rarity. You've got a stone here with the tanzanite that you're going to see get more and more expensive. If you haven't already noticed that, it's gotten wildly expensive. We're getting less and less of it here. This was a ring, I imagine, that we had in the making probably months, if not years, in advance in order to get those tanzanite in there, because I can't imagine you're going to see too many rings that are going to have a mounting that are all in tanzanite. Now look, even if you don't love the center stone, get it just for the mounting at $99.99. A $20 budget pay makes this affordable for everybody out there. A $20 investment, then you're going to have 66 cents a day for the remaining 4 months. Very, very doable, but very, very rare, and something we don't see every day, which is a blue sapphire with asterism, with that star, 6-legged star, perfectly centered, and then, of course, a double halo of gorgeous tanzanite. This is a beautiful ring. I think you're going to love it. But you won't know unless you get it home. So take advantage of this, ladies and gentlemen. $99 on that. Absolutely dreamy. Very sizable, too. So 7 and 8 is what we have, and there's less than a dozen. So last in stock opportunity for you to get that beautiful star sapphire, blue star sapphire cocktail ring with gorgeous tanzanite. Man. Mm-hmm. That's solid. That is beautiful. That is a good looking ring, and so different too. I'm loving this. You want to get this one. Get it home. Get that one home. Beautiful star there too. Very, very sharp. I don't think the picture does it justice in terms of the asterism that you're getting, but it's going to be a little bit sharper if you get, especially if you get it in a one light source. So keep that in mind. All right, so we're going to kind of shift gears from that to what is one of my favorite rings here. And quite frankly, look, gents, I think it works as a gents ring. I'm wearing it just to give you an idea of scale because you've got all these nice large rounds. This is one of my favorite gemstones, if not my favorite gemstone. This is blue zircon. I've made no secret about it that I love blue zircon. I don't want anybody to ever confuse blue zircon, or if you hear us talk about an accent stone that's white zircon, I don't want you to ever confuse that with zirconium. This is a genuine gemstone. Typically, the blue zircon is going to have some heat treatment. That's pretty common with most of your gemstones out there. About 95% of them will have some sort of treatment. It's fairly common. It doesn't diminish the value of these stones, but when you get them, this is a genuine gemstone, over 4 billion years old, zircon. So very, very ancient, old gemstone here, nearly the age of the Earth itself, of Earth, where we reside. But it is one of the most beautiful blue gemstones you will ever see. It's got high refractive index. It's a doubly refractive gemstone. You'll often see us putting in white zircon instead of diamonds because of the refractive nature, because it is a perfect stand-in for diamonds. It's about a 7.25 on the most hardness scale, so very durable gemstone as well. And folks, when you get rounds, a round is a very, very desirable, and I'm not telling you anything you probably don't already know. It's probably the most desirable. Statistically, it is the most desirable of all the cuts that you can get of a gemstone. Now here we've got 5 Cambodian blue zircon. It's going to be in platinum over sterling silver. Again, I think anytime you have a beautiful blue gemstone, and there's none more beautiful than blue zircon, I think the best way to display it for my money is going to be in platinum, and this is going to have that. Now there's going to be platinum overlay, but you've also got sterling silver underneath that. They've even gone so far as to give you some nice sort of design work on the exterior. They didn't have to do this. This is going to kind of give you an idea of what makes us special here, is that we kind of go the extra mile. If you notice that, let's take a look at the side profile there. You'll notice the sort of almost rope style finish that you have in the metal there. You've also got sort of a nice little bit of scroll work in that the portion right before you get to either end of your rounds. So very, very desirable in terms of the cut, in terms of the color. It's dynamite. This would make a great sort of ring guard if you have, a diamond engagement ring or whatever. Maybe you want to add this as a ring guard. I think for guys, we have this in a 10 as well. The 9 sold out, but we have it in 5, 6, 7, and 8. This, ladies and gentlemen, could easily, I think, be in the $600 range. If you can find blue zircon at the retail level, good luck trying to find a blue zircon ring with 5 rounds. It's 2 carat 20 total weight. So we're well over 20 points a piece in each one of these. What would it come out to? Come out to about 24 points a piece on all those rounds. Beautifully cut, so nice size. 24 points is about the size of your average engagement ring stone. So each one of these stones about the size of your average engagement ring diamond, I would say. But you're getting this for less than $40. This is $39.99. Guys, if you want to get this as a gents ring, I think it totally works. My criteria for that is typically going to be a wider band and a lower profile for a gents ring. But I think this totally works. I mean, you tell me, but I think it totally works as a gents ring. But ladies, absolutely 100%. But I'm just saying, for the guys, we do have this available in a 10 as well. I think this is one of the 10s. So if you wear a size 10 as a, they're rounds. It's a good looking ring. Solid, platinum. This is sold 107. Sold 107. Large rounds, beautifully cut. Nice carat weight on those, 24 points roughly a piece. And just a good solid ring all the way around. Now this is very sizable, so if you wear something that's lower or smaller than a size 5, you got an itty bitty finger. no worries. I'm not making fun. It's nice. But if you wear something a little bit bigger, this is very sizable as well. You could even size this up to a 12 easily. Any jeweler can do that for you. But look, just for the stones alone, just for those stones alone, I mean, you're getting these for less than $10 a stone. That's fantastic. That's a great, great look. And again, rounds, so beautiful, so desirable, doubly refractive. Light's gonna go in and then split into two, so you're gonna get a lot of light return, a lot of sparkle factor that comes from these. Just gorgeous. You've even got sort of a nice box style mounting in each one of those. And I love, again, that they did that sort of rope style finish. They didn't have to do that on your side, which most people will probably never see, but you'll know that you've got something that's high quality, you know. Love it, love it, love it. So this is sold 107. Just a fantastic look. For my money, I think one of the best buys of the show at $39.99. You've even got a $10 budget pay. Get it home, see if you love it. The band alone, that is $39.99. You're getting 5 of the most beautiful blue gemstone, in my opinion, that money can buy. Just gorgeous. Mwah. This one's nice. This is nice. Very, 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 very nice. Now, I don't want everybody to get all excited, and I'm going to give you the count that we have to start out with, because we're very, 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 very limited on this. It more than likely will sell out. We can't keep rubies in inventory here. We can't. We had a ruby show. We broke records with a ruby show that I did recently. So understand that, you know, when I show you this, that if you love it, because there's 8, I'm not trying to hard sell you, but I always want to let you know whenever we're extremely limited, we're in the single digits on this. There's 8 of them. 8. That's it. This is a 9 carat 10. Now, you're going to have some white zircon. I'm not going to go into whole dissertation on the white zircon again. Suffice to say, genuine gemstones all throughout. Genuine corundum. This is not a lab-created ruby. Genuine ruby. It's a cocktail ring. Nearly 9 carats on that, just the center stone alone. Pigeon blood red on this color. Ideal color, 100% what you want from a ruby. This is the type of ruby, the color that commands a premium in terms of price. This could easily, now this will be Fisher filled. That's, again, common practice. You're going to commonly have some treatments on 95% of your gemstones, but this color, you're still going to have a gemstone that is going to be a 9 on the most hardness scale. Very durable, everyday wearable. This could be, in fact, an engagement ring if you wanted it to be. A lot of people are using the colored gemstones now. That's very in vogue right now, not just in Europe, all across America now. It's a power color. This is a CEO ring, ladies. This is going to be something that's going to definitely command attention. This is going to be that ring where people snatch your hand up. So you might just be ready for that. Don't get upset with them. They're going to love it too. But this, ladies and gentlemen, has no business being on this show. Again, we can't keep the rubies in here in inventory, and we most assuredly do not sell them at this size when we're talking about probably 8 carat plus on just that center stone. We don't sell it for less than $100. I think this could easily go in the retail world for probably closer to $1,800. We had it at $1,099. I think that is more than fair for what we're talking about here. And I'm going to kind of show it to you just on my finger. I know I have ugly hands and big hands, but just to give you an idea of scale, friends, this is $99.99. It sells itself. I don't have to do any selling on this. It sells itself. It's gorgeous. Quintessential color, ideal color that you want in a ruby. Cocktail ring size, that big, beautiful emerald cushion here. Nice transparency going on with this one too. Typically, your rubies are going to be kind of milky when we're talking about genuine rubies, unless we're talking about the very, very, very expensive. But you've got some good clarity on this too. So you're seeing, if depending on which light you're going to see it in, like I'm seeing nice embers in there too, which is another big selling point. See those little embers, those little flashes that you're seeing in there? So you got a nice, good, clean ruby. You got an excellent size. You got a really cool and unique cut that we typically don't see it in. And you're getting it for pennies on the dollar. Look, if we're at $99 and this is a lab-created ruby, you've got a pretty good deal here. The fact that we're giving you genuine corundum here, this size, all in precious metal, bathed in platinum, with white zircon, so genuine gemstones all throughout, going to give you that look of diamonds. When you have a stone that's this gorgeous with this much color, this much clarity on it, you don't really need the accoutrements to go along with it. It's just a nice added touch, a nice simple added touch that does give it a touch of elegance and class with the white zircon there. But this is obviously, that's going to be your rock star, no doubt. But a nice elegant style mounting as well, with nice sort of fleur-de-lis style in the box scroll work there. You've got a finished under gallery as well. We've only got this in a 6 and a 7. Let's not let perfect be the enemy of the good when we're talking about the sizing issue. This is sizable. You can size, any jeweler with their salt will be able to size this up or down to whatever you need to. The money that we're saving you with this, getting this for $20 on budget pay, I think you're going to very easily find that that any jeweler is going to be able to size that for you. And the zircon on either side, this shouldn't be an issue. They're not channel set. They are set with prongs, so I think you size this up or down within 2, 3 sizes, no problem. The 8 and 9 just sold out, but the 6 and 7 are still available. And ladies and gentlemen, I have to point this out again. I'm going to be a broken record here. I don't care. There's 8 of these remaining. 8. Absolutely drop dead gorgeous, genuine, real deal ruby. July birthstone. July's right around the corner. Don't get it because it's their birthstone. Get it because everybody loves a ruby. I don't know anybody who doesn't love a ruby. This is probably one of the most, if not the most popular stone in the world. World renowned. Kings, queens. It's the king of gemstones to be worn by queens as well. But man, this is truly spectacular. The color though, the color is quintessential. It's the ideal color. I've sold a lot of rubies. I've sold thousands of rubies in my lifetime, and one of the things that really, really does add the value is when you get this rich, deep pigeon's blood red color on this. It's dynamite. Just spectacular. Clean. This has it all. It's got the color, it's got the cut, it's got the carat weight, it's got the clarity on it too. For a ruby, typically they're going to be milky and more on the opaque side. This one's got nice embers. You're going to see nice flashes and very, very strong. So take advantage of it, folks. Can we scroll down? I want to give them the exact carat weight, the minimum carat weight that we're going to get on that ruby in particular. So this is practically, for all intents and purposes, this is about 9 carats. It's 8 carat 94. It's massive. Real deal. Not lab created. Yes, yes, and yes, please. Yeah. There's 8 of them. Don't miss it. There's only 8. Sold 108. There's only 8. Guess what? We're going to get you the matching earrings here. Now, these earrings, so this is sold 108. Now, this one's going to be in the platinum overlay. These are going to have the vermeil, but there is a stud. That's sort of negligible because they do look fantastic, I think, because you've got what looks like the exact same color that you get on the ring, only you're getting that color. Again, pigeon's blood red on the earrings. These are massive in terms of, we're talking about rubies, one of the rarest gemstones out there, one of the most popular gemstones in the world, one of the 3 kings. Guys, if you have your ears pierced, absolutely get these, 100%. If I had my ears pierced, I would totally rock these. You've got a nice princess cut here. You're gonna have, let's see, what is that white zircon? Oh wow, they didn't even have to do that. That is just an added mark of luxury. You've even got white zircon in the crown portion of that basket style mounting on all 4. You've got little white zircon on all 4 corners. That gives you an added look of luxury, gives you the added look of diamonds here. These are stunning. You've also got 2.5 microns of vermeil, of yellow gold on top of precious metal. You've got the big disc backs, what you want with those. Check out that. That's going to keep them nice and secure so they're not going to get all droopy and sort of cattywampus on your ear. It's the quintessential ideal stud. This is 5 carat 60. The majority of that, of course, is going to be, we'll just call it 5 carat 50, give or take a point or two in each of these. So it's going to be well over 2.5 carats per ruby, right? The color, sensational. This is sold 109. Now, we've got, oh good, we have more of these. We've got a dozen. We've got a dozen to go around. I want you to think about people with a July birthday. I want you to think about people that you could gift these to. I want you to think about the fact that, hey, you're getting these for less, I would say less than the price of what you would pay for a lab-created ruby. Lab-created rubies do not hold their value as well. This is genuine corundum. Now, again, you're going to have that fissure filling. This is a process whereby if there's any fissures or any sort of cavities in there, they'll simply fill them with a glass or sort of a lead, and it's non-toxic. It's a common practice now. It allows you to get what would normally be a pair of earrings. If these are no, you put all that aside, the fissure filling and everything, you put that aside, and these would easily run you $10,000 easily in any jeweler. But you're getting that exact same look. You are getting genuine gemstones here, and you're getting over 2.5 carats. We'll call it 2 carat 80 a piece, roughly. Let's call it 2 carat 70 a piece, because there is a little bit to be accounted for in the white zircon. But that is just an added bonus. You've got nice, good clarity on these. Never mind those little fingerprints they had there. You've got nice embers. You've got the quintessential ideal color on these. You've even got, again, that luxury of the sort of on all 4 corners of the white zircon, which give it an added air of luxury and of class and style. And these are not itty bitty teeny tiny in terms of, can we scroll down? I want to give them the exact millimeter. 7 millimeters, okay? They look larger. Double check this. Yeah, I guess that's right. Right at 7. So 7 millimeters, 7 by 7 on the princess cut, but ideal. Ladies, you are going to be CEO, queen for the day, princess for the day in these. And look, they're everyday wearable. You can wear these every single day. 9 on the most hardness scale, so other than a little moissanite or a diamond, nothing. You put them in the jewelry box and nothing's going to scratch them up pretty much, except for maybe another ruby or sapphire, or moissanite or a diamond. But these are sensational, and for $49.99, less than $100 for what is, let's see, 5 carat 53. So we're talking about, yeah, 2 carat 75 a piece, minimum. 2 carat 75 a piece. Solid. Dress them up, dress them down, wear them the ballpark, boardroom, bedroom, whatever. These are going to be ideal. Wear them every single day if you want to. But studs, of course, never going out of style. Princess cut, very ideal cut there too. That square princess cut, just gorgeous. And the color is sensational. So color, cut, clarity, carat weight. It's got the 4 C's again, and going to look great with that ring if you decide to get that ring. Now the ring we only had 8 of. That was about a 9 carat ruby. These are going to be very, very large as well. And they're going to look great to go with that ring. I think if you did get the ring, if you were fortunate enough to get the ring we only had 8 of. We've only got a dozen of these. Get these as a gift though, seriously. Because we've got a dozen, I'm comfortable in saying, hey, look, get one for yourself and then get one for a friend. If you don't know anybody, if you know somebody who maybe in the past, rubies have been out of the question for them because of affordability, and they can be. In most places, this is not affordable. But get these under $200, I think, is a gift. You've got 2.5 microns of precious metal on top of precious metal with the gold. So I think that looks fantastic with it too. It really draws out that color. So this, again, sold 109. Absolutely gorgeous. And I want to remind you guys, I'm not just giving you the hard sell. There's 12 of them. There's 8 on the ring, the ruby ring. Last time we had a ruby show, we broke records because we sold so many of them. We sold out of most of what we had. So keep that in mind. We're not getting a ton of this material in here, ladies and gentlemen. This is probably one of the, if not the most popular color of all time, popular gemstone of all time. It is the king of gemstones, and the gemstone meant for queens as well. Gentlemen, again, I would say to you, if you have your ears pierced, 100% go for it. 100%. But ladies, you have to get these. You have to get these. You don't have a princess cut, maybe you got a round cut, maybe you got some oval cut earrings. Get the princess cuts. Very, very rare to see that too. So, excellent opportunity. I hope you take advantage of it. These are sensational, and you're gonna love them. And again, with everything that we showed you today, unless it's a clearance item, you're gonna have an opportunity to inspect it. You're gonna have the 30-day inspection period whereby you can get them home. If they're not everything that I say they are and more, then send them back. If for whatever reason you've kind of, maybe there's an emergency, something happened. These things happen. I get it. You're not going to break my heart, but you owe it to yourself, if you love those, to get them home. You risk nothing, virtually. Might have to pay for the shipping back, but maybe probably not even that. So, excellent opportunity. Sold 109. We're going to move, but yes, 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 and more yes. Now, shifting gears a little bit from a July birthstone to my birthstone, moonstone, pearls. We got June has a lot of birthstones, right? We get alexandrite, we got pearls, we got moonstone. This is premium, the rainbow moonstone. Now you're going to see what's called adulorescence. This is from the feldspar family, moonstone. What is adulorescence? Well, it's almost like a hologram. It's almost like a little phantom that you see, the Schiller effect that we get from feldspar. If you're familiar with labradorite, that's laborescence. And then we call it adulorescence, which is the phenomenon exhibited by moonstone, typically. Good quality moonstone, for sure. This is a lot of carat weight here. Moonstone, much like, you hear us talking about the density and the specific gravity of say, opals or even turquoise. Feldspar, not as dense a gemstone. I wouldn't say it's as lightweight in terms of the density, in terms of opal, but you do get a lot of bang for your buck in terms of carat weight. So this is 5 carat 60, right? But each one of these, in terms of the real estate, these are large enough to be in their own solitaire moonstone ring, right? Typically with moonstone, you're not going to see it faceted. These are going to be faceted, which is really neat too. You've got excellent adulorescence with each one of these. Again, that's the phenomenon, the Schiller effect that you see, where you see that almost that little blue sort of, and with rainbow moonstone, depending on which angle you look at it, sometimes you'll see different flashes of other colors. You almost see some mild yellows and some almost a little bit of pinks. So very, very beautiful material here. 5 carat 60 shows more like about 7 or 8 carats in my opinion, in terms of the real estate also, which you also get a good bang for your buck when it comes to an oval, in terms of the millimeter width and all that. This one is going to be a nice cocktail ring size, a nice low profile on it. It can be everyday wearable. $599 estimated retail value. I think you could find one out there for $499, maybe around $500. But today, none of that means anything and it could be $600, $700, whatever. But today we're doing this for $59.99. So for less than $60, you're getting a nice size cocktail ring, low profile, everyday wearable. Not going to get caught on your clothes as much and as say like maybe a large center stone typically might. So this is going to give you a fantastic look because of the nature of this particular gemstone, a genuine gemstone. There's going to be all natural. I think there's not much treatments that go along with this, but you're getting something that is going to go with virtually anything in your color palette, right? So if you're wearing, say I'm wearing a pink shirt today, yeah, I'm rocking a pink shirt. I can do that. It goes great with this, right? It would go great with a red. It would go great with a blue, of course. But because you've got a whiter gemstone, that's going to make it really, really, I think, doable for anything that's in your color wardrobe. Everyday wearable, of course, as well as I've just mentioned. And you're getting that nice, almost sort of a Art Deco style with all the symmetry that we get here. You get Deco, traditionally the Art Deco pieces known for their symmetry. And of course, cocktail rings a lot of times during that era as well, the Roaring 20s and whatnot. But this one is going to be a timeless look. And again, these are all beautifully matched, mated. They're all calibrated and cut the same. So it's giving you something really, really spectacular and something that I think is going to endure in terms of a timeless look. $59.99. Now we have this available in a size 5 through 9. The 10's just sold out, but we've got them in, I think, a decent amount in each of these in terms of sizes. Let's see, we've even got them up to a size 9. So we have, in the 9, we have 6 of them at this point. So take advantage of it, ladies and gentlemen. If you know somebody with a June birthday, it'd be the ideal ring. It's a different. So we have about 45 in total. So 45 in total on these, but just a great look. It's got a nice finished under gallery here, sort of a honeycomb style under gallery as well. This is all going to be in sterling silver, so it's going to have that overlay of platinum, though. Very, very nice, very, very expensive. Of course, noble metal on top of precious metal. And I'm loving the everyday wearability of this. I'm loving the fact that you've got something that's got a lower profile, and something that it will go with anything that you have. But you're getting that big, bold cocktail ring look. I have larger hands. This looks almost virtually knuckle to knuckle on that one as well, too. But that's a good looking ring. So we have them, and we have them available to you. Of course, June's going to be right around the corner. I mean, this year's fly by. Speaking of which, I need to go ahead and do a quick reset. So take advantage of this, folks. This one's going to be sold $110. It's less than $60 for a plethora of big, bold, beautiful, genuine feldspar, genuine moonstone there, ladies and gentlemen, and excellent agilurescence on each one of those stones. So quick reset here. I want to congratulate and thank everybody who's already bought something. I'm sure we're probably going to be sold out of this that ruby ring before the show's over, so I encourage you to move quick on those. When we have items that are under 10 of them available to you, I usually like to put the heat and the pressure on. But I want to do a quick reset just because I know we've got a lot of people that are constantly joining us. And of course, we appreciate you watching. We want to encourage you also to click on the like button. Don't keep us a well-kept secret. We want you to tell your friends. Click on the like button and share us with other people out there so that you can all join in these fun reindeer games. But real quick, if you're watching on TikTok, the way it's going to work, if you're wondering how you're able to procure a certain item, for example, we just showed you that sold 110, which was the moonstone ring. For TikTok, you're going to go to Shop LC TikTok homepage. Click on the link tree, which is above email, is what I see here. Click on live stream. That's going to be your 4th option down. You'll scroll down to the comments section where you'll hit shop all. That will then kind of show you the wide array of items that we've shown you. And you'll be able to sort of scroll down or up and pick out that item. If you're watching on Facebook and Instagram, welcome. We appreciate you as well. And of course, the website there, very simply, for example, the last item was sold 110. You'll just put in the comments section, sold 110. And that will then redirect you to the page where you can get all the different specifications. You can get all the measurements and everything on the gemstones in terms of the millimeter width and height and whatnot. You can get all the carat weight. You can get the information on the metals, what they're used. For example, in the most recent one, we had something that was an all precious metal. It was in sterling silver with a platinum overlay. Fantastic look. And of course, you can get all the information on the gemstone as well in terms of where it's at on the most hardness scale. You can find out, whether it's treated, what type of treatments are used in those or on those particular gemstones. So very, very cool. And then, of course, you can get all the pertinent information on how to procure it and purchase it as well. So that's, I think, enough on the house cleaning there. Everybody feeling good about that? Also keep in mind, we're live and interactive. I'm live here with you today. So if there's anything that you want to say, maybe you just want to say hello or add anything, maybe you think something's really pretty, or you want to kind of add something to it, like, oh, my cousin had a pendant like that, so I'm thinking about getting that. We'd love to hear from you. This is live and interactive. Of course, if there's any questions that you have, or if I move too fast on something, I'm always happy, if time permits, to kind of flash something back in and show it to you a little bit closer. If maybe I just kind of glazed over it, or you didn't get a really solid look at it, we are here to serve you. Okay, is that fair? I think so. Cool. All right, so we're gonna move on to what is a massive, as my friend Heather says. This is massive cocktail ring. This is not a black diamond, although it looks like it. You've got excellent luster like you would with a black diamond. You've got something that is very rare like a black diamond. This is black tourmaline. Many of you are familiar with tourmaline. Tourmaline comes in probably the widest variety, over 30,000 hues, they say, in colors. More than that of any other gemstone in the world. Typically, it's not going to be treated, so this is going to be an all-natural gemstone as well. But in Australia, they found recently a decent pocket, which is now more than mostly depleted. So we're not going to be seeing these a lot. This was a deal that we had made probably about 9 months ago. So it was a long time in the making. And now you are going to get to enjoy the fruits of that labor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 22 karat 10. Majority of that's going to be on the center stone, but you've got large baguettes, or tapered baguettes on either side. We just call them tapered emerald cuts on either side here. Those alone, large enough to be in their own solitaire, as their own solitaire ring. But an excellent accoutrement to go with this massive emerald cushion that you're getting on that center stone. All black tourmaline, all genuine gemstones. Of course, your October birthstone as well, to go along with opal, is the black tourmaline. And this, friends, is something you won't see every day. To be able to get a cocktail ring this size, this massive, of a genuine gemstone, of course, it's going to give you the look of a black diamond, but it's its own. It is rare in and of itself. This is just as rare, I would say, as a black diamond. And folks, you're getting it all for under $200. You're getting this is under $100. $59.99 for that massive, beautiful luster cocktail ring. Black tourmaline. Unbelievable. Ladies, this is strong. Okay, this is going to go with anything in your wardrobe. If you do have black diamonds in your repertoire, maybe you have pair of black diamond studs, rock this with those. You've got excellent luster on that, nice flashes there that you're seeing. Of course, it's going to be opaque. I mean, it's a black gemstone here. But we've got it priced for less than the price of what you can get. I'd say even black onyx, like black quartz. You can't get black quartz for this price in most retail establishments. $699 where we had it at. I think that's more than fair in terms of the retail value of this and what you would pay for it at a mall jeweler. Or if you could ever find black tourmaline, you'd be a lot more apt to probably find black obsidian or black, again, the black onyx easily. I mean, that's stuff, you can find those out there. This is not something you can find. This is that very rare Australian material here, ladies and gentlemen. We're not getting much more of this. I will say that, not to try to put any pressure on, but I'll just say that I know that from our buyers, the buying team, and what they're telling us, they are having a very, very difficult time procuring any more black tourmaline out of Australia, which is where predominantly most of this was found. Now, we've got enough of these to go around. This is a brand new item. However, the 10 and 11s have sold out. The 6s have sold out. We still have it available to you in a size 7, 8, and 9. Yeah, this is a power ring. And it's a cocktail ring, of course, but it's not ostentatious. It's not obnoxious. It's not so large that that it's annoying. It's classy. It's elegant. It's going to work, again, with any color in your wardrobe. Black, white. You know, these are traditionally, anytime you have like a silver stone or anything like that, they'll traditionally go with any color that you have in your getup. Whatever you're wearing, whether you're wearing pink, you're wearing blue, green, you name it. Going to look amazing. It's a power ring, right? They didn't have to. When you have a large center stone like this, you don't have to add the nice accent stones, but how beautiful is that a look to go along with it? I would say gents go for it, but it does sit up high. That kind of kills my criteria because I'm like I want a lower profile, usually on a gents ring. But man, to each their own. It's sizable, you can size this to you can get a jeweler to size it to whatever you need it to. It's got a nice finished under gallery there as well, so fit and slide nice and comfortably on and off the finger. I love how they did these sort of tapered baguettes on either side as well. So 22 karat 10 total weight. That is a massive center stone. Can we scroll down? I want to give them the exact carat weight. Probably going to be about 20 carats on your center stone. Yeah, 20 karat 53 minimum on your center stone. So give or take, 20 points, whatever. So we're talking 20 carats on just that massive center stone. Very durable. Typically tourmaline is going to be probably about a 7 to 7.5, 7.75 on the Mohs hardness scale. So something you could wear every single day of the week. It's not going to get banged up and cut up by anything unless you throw it in there with some diamonds or something like that, or some something that's a little higher on the Mohs hardness scale. So you've got a very, very durable, very everyday wearable cocktail ring here. And of course, you can wear it every day because of everything I just mentioned in terms of black goes into everything. This is something you can dress up, you can dress down. You can wear this with a pair of blue jeans. You can wear this out to see the kids' game, the grandchildren's game. Or you could wear it to, wear it to a very nice Michelin star rated restaurant, something very, very high end where you're wearing that beautiful little black dress or whatever, ladies. I mean, so you've got some versatility here, and again, it's going to all be bathed in platinum, so you've got something that's very, very nicely done too. And of course, that box style mounting, you've got almost sort of a leaf style finish on that. So nice scroll work on the sides. You've got almost a cathedral style mounting there, which sort of comes up and meets that box style mounting as well, which got a nice little fleur-de-lis on either side, it looks like. So really, really ornate and very, very well done. You've even got the fleur-de-lis on either side. Nice use of your negative space here, coming down that shank there, which is kind of a nice width to that shank as well, because obviously it has to support those tapered baguettes. And just a great look all together. We've got about 50 of these, so enough to go around. And in terms of the sizing, get a size. Any jeweler will be able to size this, no problem. $59.99. If you want to use your budget pay, it's $12. So if you're loving this, get it home for $12. Just get it home. You got 30 days to make up your mind. If you love it, you owe it to yourself. If not, no big deal. But if you love it, take advantage of that. That's a great, great, great look and a killer cocktail ring. All right, so we're going to shift gears a little bit. We're going to go from rare. Now that's rare, but we're going to go to very, very rare. What are we talking about? Grandidiorite. Named after Alfred Grandidier. This was originally discovered in Madagascar, I believe. Yeah. And discovered by another gentleman by the name of Alfred. Not Grandidier, again, Grandidier, but I forget his last name. But he named it, I'm assuming he had a professor, he was there around the time. This is in the early 20th century, around 1913, when he discovered this material. Folks, this is one of the rarest gemstones on Earth. It's absolutely beautiful. You've got those sort of blue and those sort of green hues from this. A lot of times people sort of mistake it for an emerald. Not the same thing, probably 1,000 times more rare than an emerald. It is one of the top 10 rarest gemstones. Typically, you'll find it on most of your top 10 lists. Most people have never even heard of Grandidiorite. But you have an opportunity here. It can go from anywhere from hundreds to $5,000, $10,000 a carat for this material, folks. This is 2 carat 50 total weight. We do have multi gemstones. It's going to look like probably going to be, I'm going to go out on a limb and say cognac zircon, perhaps. No, yellow sapphire. Wait a second. Ooh, there is a yellow sapphire round right in the center there. Oh my goodness. And yellow looks fantastic with the colors in Grandidiorite. Oh my gosh. So we've got 3 points, not the largest, but a nice little 3-point round. Here, let me show you. Nice little 3-point round on your yellow sapphire there. And then let's scroll down. And then we got, okay, so I was right. We do have brown zircon and then, of course, white zircon. So cognac zircon, so I wasn't mistaken there. I just didn't account for that beautiful yellow zircon, which just adds a touch of elegance. You've got this sort of almost like 3-leaf style design, or sort of fleur-de-lis-ish style design up here. And you've got nice articulation there. These are going to be post and friction backs, with the big heavy disc backs on the back to kind of keep them nice and centered on your ear. But you've got genuine gemstones all throughout. The rarity, of course, of the yellow sapphire right there, which that color contrast is so choice. And then you've got all this really nice white zircon, and then you've got the brown zircon, or cognac colored zircon as well. All genuine gemstones. Zircon, of course, about a 7.5 on the Mohs hardness scale. Grandidierite's going to, I believe, be about a 7. Let's scroll up and double check, though. Don't quote me on that 100%. It's been a minute. Of course, 9 on the corundum there, but yeah, about a 7.5 on the Mohs hardness scale. So very durable gemstones all throughout, all genuine gemstones. Folks, just for these mountings alone, never mind the grandidierite, because it's all going to be in sterling silver. Now, you are going to have a rhodium finish on there as well, though. So that's very important to point out. So if you look behind here, you've got a black rhodium, which sort of just adds a little color pop to those cognac zircon as well. And that it gives almost a little bit of shadowing. But then you've got white rhodium bathed all on top of precious metal sterling silver. But rhodium, ladies and gentlemen, one of the most expensive metals. I've been saying here around $5,000 a troy ounce. I've been wrong. It's closer to $10,000 a troy ounce for rhodium. It is one of the, if not the most expensive precious metals out there. Of course, it's in the platinum group of family, platinum group of metals is rhodium, but it is very, 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 very expensive. So I've been completely wrong, so I apologize. Not $5,000 troy ounce. It's closer to $10,000. So you've got the very expensive overlay on that rhodium from the black and the white rhodium. You've got one of the most expensive and rare gemstones in the world with grandidierite. You've got the accoutrement to go with it with this round yellow zircon, about 3 points on that one. And you're getting it all for under $100. Impossible. You've got 2 carat 13. These are going to be a carat a piece minimum on your grandidierite. It's $99.99. Talk about a conversation starter. The gemstones are beautiful. Grandidierite is a gorgeous, almost a teal color. You've got almost a seafoam green. You've got a little bit of the best of both worlds. A little bit of the blue, a little bit of the green, and then it's all just mixed in there so gorgeously. And the fact that they put the little yellow sapphire there as an accent stone, I think really complements it quite nicely. Nice articulation on that too. Dress them up, dress them down. The only thing that I would do differently is I would probably make them screwbacks, just because I wouldn't want to risk losing that stone. But you do have the nice big disc backs, though, that should stay nice and secure. But other than that, I wouldn't change a thing. I think it's fantastic. These could very easily be in platinum with a rhodium finish, and you could spend a small fortune. You could very easily spend $1,000 just for each of these gemstones, ladies and gentlemen. You're getting it all for $99.99. You've got a budget payment of $20. Get them home. Get them home. Go out there and look. See if you can find. Have you ever seen grandidierite in the retail world? I haven't. I just haven't. That's kind of rarity we're talking about. These have nice translucence as well. Typically, they're going to be opaque, more of an opaque gemstone, but you've got nice life in both of these stones. Of course, you've got that femininity and the beauty of a pear shape too, which I love. These are stunning. Nice articulation on those as well. From top to bottom, we are talking about over ½ an inch, about 3/4 of an inch from top to bottom. Just a really, really nice ornate setup too. Love those. All right, so this is sold $112. I'm going to give you one last look, so just going to give you an idea of scale there on the grandidierite. At least a carat minimum on each of those. I think it's 2 carat 11, but a great opportunity. So take advantage of those, folks. At $99, a giveaway for something that rare. Now, the next ring that we're going to show you, I'm really happy that we have a few of these left. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it just because I've shown it before, but it's such a great deal. Folks, just to kind of show you that we're doing something for every single budget here. I've made no bones about it that I'm a huge fan. Great, you know. Take over. Okay, we won't. Now, I've made no bones about it. This is one of my favorite gemstones. This is a gemstone that is extraordinarily rare. Garnets, of course, your January birthstone. But the Tanzanian wine garnet is to die for in its finest form. The top gem quality, and this is top gem quality. It's not the largest stone, right? We're talking 60 points altogether. It does show a lot larger because you are getting so much color pop with this stone. The cutting is such that, I mean, there's not a window to be found in it. It is absolutely gorgeous. The richness of the hue that you get on this wine garnet is, to me, it's one of the most beautiful stones out in the world. And that's why I'm so bullish on this particular gemstone, because I know that they've found very, very limited pockets of it in Tanzania where they did find it. And so you're getting something that is extraordinarily rare, and that is rarity doesn't always equal beauty. It does in this case. This is a giveaway price too. It's all in vermeil. I think nothing looks finer with gemstones that have sort of a pink hue to them. Nothing complements them, in my opinion, finer than rose gold. This has 2.5 microns of vermeil on top of precious metal, so we're going to make it a little more affordable by putting it in the sterling silver. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is not going to be $180. This has a beautiful heart-shaped design with the white zircon here as well. Got 3 per heart. And it's $20. $19.99. Now, we originally had a lot of these made. We're down to the very, very few. So I know we've shown it before, but I wanted to show it again just because I think it's such a great get to be able to get the rarity. Look, whether you're older or younger, it doesn't matter. But in particular, if you want to get something maybe for a younger person and sort of teach them the value and responsibility of taking care of their jewelry and getting and all at the same time getting them a very, very rare and genuine gemstone that's all natural. There's no heat treatments for the most part that are done to garnet. Typically, they're not heat treated, so no treatments. It's gonna be an all natural, just the way God made it. And folks, it's $20, $19.99. Now, many of you probably have already purchased this, but we are in the few remaining that we have. So I wanted to be able to show it to you. Let me double check. Yeah, we're down to about the last. We've got 22 remaining. That's it. I think we started out with about 60 of these. So we're down to the last third of those left. So we still have it available in a size 5, a 6, and an 8, and a 9. It's going to have a finished under gallery as well. And it does show a lot larger than the carat weight would suggest. So you've got a nice look there, just to kind of show you on my hand there. It's a nice size on that one. And beautiful, absolutely, just a sort of raspberry Merlot color on that gemstone with lots of fire, lots of brilliance. This picture doesn't necessarily show you all the brilliance. I don't think that really does it justice, but it is absolutely one of the most beautiful gemstones in the world, and very, very, very rare to see this. You got a $6.67 budget pay. I think we did this for $29 at one point, which I think is a great price. $19.99. We've only got one review on it. It's a 5-star review. So take advantage of that, folks. $20, and you're getting it all in precious metal. Look, if we're just selling you this, like a vermeil band ring for $20, you got a good deal. You're getting a $159 ring for $20 with one of the rarest and most beautiful gemstones. Great get. This is sold $113. We're going to move on, but that is an opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. That's a beautiful, beautiful ring, and I love those heart shapes too. They'll give you make you feel love. Now, we've shown you a lot of rare gemstones here today, ladies and gentlemen, from blue zircon to the ruby.
And I will say, Chris, real fast, we have about 25 minutes left and 5 items.
Okay. Looks like, so we're doing okay.
Yeah, we're doing okay.
Yeah, okay. All right, cool. Copy that. Okay. Cool beans. Wait, do we have 5?
Yeah, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah.
Might have
So
to.
technically 4 left.
Ooh, okay. Well, we definitely got to get to this bracelet too. All right. I'm going to spend a little bit of time on this one though, because ladies and gentlemen, Tanzanite. I'm going to give you the Cliff Notes version here, as best I can. Tanzanite. It's named after the country of its namesake. It's found in Tanzania. There is a very, very small area, roughly 8 kilometers, 5 miles, 5-mile radius, where there was about 4 mines that they had. That this material, the only place on Earth that the blue zoisite, or it typically comes in a brown form, this zoisite, this particular variety of zoisite can be found. Okay, it was originally discovered by a guy named Muhammad Abutu, I believe. As a tribesman in the area. He then brought it to a local prospector, who then brought it to Tiffany and Company. The rest is history. This is around 1967, 68, 69 where it debuted, and it is probably the most important discovery of the 20th century in terms of gemstone discoveries. It's one of the most beautiful blue gemstones that you will ever see, especially if you get it in the top 5 percentile. In other words, if you get it in what we're offering you today here, in a AAA quality. AAA, when we talk about it's sort of it's the way the AGI and various other organizations will grade it. It's probably the simplest way. There's different color grades and ways to grade it, but for purposes of this presentation, it's easiest to say that when you get to, you have a single A, you have double A, you have triple A, and you have quad A, right? This is just a grading system for the hue, the depth of color that you get. Single A, going to be a little bit more on the violet side, lesser on the deep blues. Now, as you go up in the scale, you get to double A. Now you've got a little bit stronger on the blues, right? Less on the violets. And it's pleochroic. Typically, a lot of times, you'll see little flashes of red or pink. But the majority of colors that you're going to see in ideal Tanzanite is going to be, or are going to be, that blue, deep blue, if you get the good stuff. And then nice violets in there as well, with some pink flashes, maybe some red flashes in there. This is AAA quality. So we're at the top 5 percentile of all Tanzanite, right? Top gem, world-class quality once you get up into that range. So you got the deep blues. You're going to see little flashes of pink. You're going to see the little bits of violet, some lighter blues there. Pleochroic. So in other words, it displays different colors. This is that. This is $69. How many do we have? I just dropped all my stuff on the floor here.
We have 8. Oh, no, sorry. With those only 2 sizes, size 8.
8. We have size 8 and 9.
So we have 2 in size 8 and 2 in size 9, so 4.
There are only 4 of these. We are not getting this anymore, ladies and gentlemen. We are not getting this, or if we are, it's extremely limited. There are 4 total. $69.99. I cannot strongly encourage you enough. This may be one of the last times you're able to get AAA quality material for under $100. Now, we've got this with zircon here. So you got these nice sort of tension set baguettes surrounded by a halo, and then of course a nice halo there as well. It's a very thick band ring. I mean, I think this works even as a gents ring, quite frankly. This is the size 9. It's a low profile. That's one of my criteria. I think this absolutely work as a gents ring, but it's up to you guys. You know, it's your call. But there's only 4 of them. So 2 and 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So 90 points altogether. So we're probably looking at about 50 points on the center stone. Let's scroll down and double check that. Now, I know we've got to move quick, but $69.99, ladies and gentlemen. So 45 points on your center stone there. So nearly 50 points on the center stone. This is a gemstone, ladies and gentlemen. This is top 5% of all that material. This is fine, and larger than your average engagement style ring diamond. It's going to be anywhere from 25 to 35 points on an average engagement ring diamond. Just to give you an idea of size. So we're not talking the largest center stone, but definitely something that has presence, something that shows up very, very well, something that is in a super elegant mounting, almost a block style there, low profile, everyday wearable, one of the rarest gemstones on Earth, one of the now disappearing from Earth because most of this material is mined out, said to be all completely mined out within the next several years. From what I understand, there's a mine, the final mine that's open. There's an A block, D block, A through D block, the A, B, C, and D. From what I understand, the D block has been closed for many moons. The A and B are closed for the most part as well, and then the C is up for sale. No takers on that from the latest that I've heard. So you've got something that is going away, that is disappearing from Earth, and it's one of the most beautiful gemstones. If you have an opportunity, which you do right now, to get nearly half a carat just on that center stone, you need to take advantage of this. This is one of those gemstones, I think, that the benchmark sizes are going to be more the half carat here going forward in the future, as opposed to a carat, 2 carats, so on and so forth, because of the rarity of this material. I think it probably would be more of a quarter carat will become the new benchmark size. And quarter carat of Pottieva tourmaline, a quarter carat of Alexandrite, which this is just as rare as, in my opinion, can run you thousands of dollars per quarter carat. So I think that's going to be the future of this particular stone. And to me, it's the most beautiful blue gemstone, except for my beloved blue zircon out there. It really is. Folks, you got an opportunity. $69, but only 4 of you have this opportunity. Look, if you already have a zircon, if you already have a tanzanite, get this. Get this and just put it away. Get it and give it to somebody you love, or just get it and put it away in a safety deposit box. And you'll thank me 5 years from now, 2 years from now, maybe a year from now. You'll probably thank me as soon as you get it home, because this is a killer buy. But you definitely want to get this AAA quality. Doesn't get much better than that, folks. Top 5 percentile in terms of the hue, in terms of the color. But this is something truly spectacular. We're going to move on because of the constraints of time. I'll probably come back. I'm just going to keep that on. I'll probably come back to that if we have the time later on. But that is such an opportunity, and I just know that we're not getting this material in any significant fashion. Ditto that with the bracelet. Now, this is not going to be the AAA, but you've got very, very fine quality here, and you've got it in a tennis bracelet. So you're getting a plethora of tanzanite here, 7 carat 60. Here's the good news. We've got these available in a size 6.5, a size 7 1/4, and gentlemen, yes, you could rock one of these, size 8. And ladies, if you need a size 8, we're going to be very limited on those, but you've got fine quality, all beautifully matched, all beautifully mated, all calibrated, cut the same in those beautiful ovals. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the few items that's going to be a little bit over the 100. Can we click on the 7.5 or 7 1/4? But we've got it in the 3 sizes right now. $129.99. This is supposed to be a majority under 100, but I had to include this just because, folks, it's not going to be every day that you're going to see a tennis bracelet in tanzanite. So everything I just said about the tanzanite ring, this is going to go great with that tanzanite ring. It's not quite AAA, but it is high quality, very, very nice color on those. And again, you've got the oval cut, which is going to go sensationally with that ring that you just got. This is $129. I can't believe we're still doing a tennis bracelet in tanzanite. Folks, you've got the plunging insert clasp there. You've got the continuous, of course, continuously around there. That was made famous by Chris Everett, the tennis player. So you got the tennis style. You've even got the double safety latch there, those infinity latches there. And we do have it, because this is a newer item, we do have this available in a size 6.5, 7 1/4, and an 8-inch. Now, these are special made, so do allow for 10 to 15 days for delivery because of the rarity of this material, but you will get something that approximates and looks just like this. All right? And up to a size 8. But I've got to imagine they're very, very limited, the amount that we're able to do, even with that lead time. But this is something truly, truly spectacular here, folks. It's going to be all in platinum, bathed on top of sterling silver. And let's see, the 7 1/4 is going to be 8 carat 25. So you're probably going to be, for my money, it's $129.99. Even if you don't wear a size 8, go with the size 8, because that one is going to give you the most carat weight. Basically, you can just have a jeweler, if you need to, take out a couple links. Maybe you can take out maybe 4 or 5 of those individual links. But get it for the carat weight, because nearly 10 carats if you get the 8-inch one. And it's the same price as a 6.5 inch. So ladies, even if you wear a 6.5 inch, for my money, I would probably go ahead and get the 8-inch, because the 6.5 inch is going to be about 7.25 carats, but you're getting like 2 full carats more with the 8-inch. So, and they're going to look virtually the same. You might have a little bit more of a drape to it, but for my money, I'm going with the 8. That's just me. But do what you want to do. Again, platinum over sterling silver. I think a white metal, white precious metal in this case, looks fantastic with the blue, that beautiful blue richness that you get with the tanzanite. And of course, again, one source gemstone that is going extinct before our very eyes. I can't believe we're still doing these for less than 200. So this is an opportunity you've got right here, ladies and gentlemen, to get a tennis bracelet with nearly 10 carats, 7 to 10 carats, and B, so this one's going to be sold $115. This one was sold $114. There's only 4 of these. We do have a couple of these to go around, not very many. I got to think probably, what, a dozen or so?
We have 38.
Okay, so 38 on the bracelet. Now, do give them lead time to we're going to have to specially make those, but it will look beautiful just like this. And you've got excellent color on that one as well. Tennis bracelet, 6.5, 7.25, and an 8-inch. Brand new item here, and probably one of the last times you'll see a tennis bracelet for under $200. I think that special pricing we got today, I'd imagine, probably going to be around $149 everyday price. Keep in mind, everything that we're giving you in terms of these prices today, this was $69 and some change. That's wild. Everything that we're giving you in terms of the prices today, folks, we're guaranteeing those for at least 24 hours. So today's the 3rd. So by the 4th, this time the 4th, you probably want to make a move if you're thinking about it. Because otherwise it probably can bump back up to an everyday price, which I think will still be great, of about $149, $169 on the tennis bracelet. But today you can get it for $26 on budget pay. So $26 gets it home, less than $1 a day for the remaining 4 months. Pretty sweet deal when we're talking about one of the rarest gemstones on planet Earth. Yeah? Good. All right, we're going to move on. Excellent opportunity on that. $129 for a tennis bracelet of tanzanite. That's 1,000 times more rare than a diamond, by the way, easily. So that's probably an understatement. All right, so we're going to shift gears a little bit to an all-natural and an American original. Look, anthill garnet, all right? They say it's mined by ants. Well, that's kind of true. Originally discovered on an Indian plantation, Indian reservation, in Arizona, and folks, it was being pushed up out of anthills. And it literally was being pushed out by ants. They're carrying it out and tossing it to the side. So for that reason, you'll hear people say sometimes, this is mined by ants. In a way, sort of. It doesn't come in very large stones, typically. These are pretty good size. We're not talking micropave here. These have richness and a pigeon's blood red, almost like that of a ruby. They really, really do. And typically, anthill garnet don't look like this. This is fantastic. Now, I love what they did here, because one thing that they did do was add a little bit of black rhodium to the prongs there. What's that going to do? It's going to make the color pop. It's going to make them more seamless, and also give them a little bit more of that pigeon's blood red, deeper look. But you've got vibrant red on these. Typically, it'll be more maroon in color. This is like rich, deep pigeon blood red, like ruby red. It looks almost like that ruby that we just showed you in terms of the color. These are fantastic. This is a rare color to see even an anthill. You've got a nice sort of, again, sort of an Art Deco style mounting in terms of the symmetry that you're getting from this nice, borderline cocktail ring size, I think is fair to say. Relatively low profile there, though. But that, look at this. Look at the color on those. I don't know if you're able to see that, but that is spectacular. Now, you got platinum over sterling silver. This is all together going to be about 3 carat 15. Friends, the very rare anthill garnet can run you a good penny out there. These are not going to do that to you. Easily $699. That's their estimated resale value. I think you can find anywhere from $600 to $700, $800. So that's about spot on. $79 is what you're paying today. $79.99. I love what they did with this one because you've got a triple split shank here on either side. You've got a beautiful moissanite, which of course lab created gemstone is moissanite, all natural garnet, obviously on the center stones there. But that moissanite, get a lot of bang for your buck. These are gonna be smaller moissanites, but because of all the fire and scintillation and sparkle that you get with the moissanite, these are really, really going to give you something truly spectacular and a really nice addition there. Also got them in the halo surrounding the entire ring. This is so well made. It's really well made. Wow. It looks like $1 million. I mean, look, not $1 million, obviously, but I mean, you've got the look of easily, because you do have the platinum overlay, because you do have the use of that very expensive black rhodium there, but they sort of did in the prongs there, which just really makes the color pop. And you've got something that very easily, I think, could run you closer to $1,000, actually, now that I'm thinking about it and looking at it. And it looks 100% like about a $3,000-$4,000 ring. If this is all in platinum, forget about it. You're probably in the $4,000 to $5,000 range. But that rare gemstone and that mini and that big bold look, that is spectacular. Friends, you get this for $16 on budget pay. $16. If you have a January birthday or a friend that you know has a January birthday, absolutely go for it. You got a nice honeycomb under gallery, nice filigree work underneath. So that is going to be a nice finished and make it very, very nice and smooth to go on the finger as well. Gives you a nice big bold look. And again, that color is second to none. I don't know if I've ever seen finer color on anthill garnet. That color, that is like ruby red, which you rarely see in a garnet. You rarely see just that rich pigeon's blood ruby red. That is spectacular. That might be one of the prettiest anthill garnet rings I've ever seen. Big bold look too. These are all match mated, all calibrated to be cut the same, and an excellent look there. Not itty bitty teeny tiny stones either. Those are very, very large for anthill garnet. So $79.99. We've only got 2 reviews on this, but they're both 5-star rating. 5, an 8, and a 9 in that one. How many do we have total?
We have 14.
We've got about a dozen plus on this. So look, if you don't own anthill garnet, this is the one to get. I've not seen a prettier anthill garnet. In terms of the color, this is probably the prettiest color I've ever seen in anthill garnet. And anthill garnet typically are going to be, they're very beautiful, but something about these, I don't know if it's the use of the black rhodium, but they're just like the color richness on this. They're like ruby red, which is so rare to see in that particular gemstone. Wow, that is one of the finest anthill garnet rings. Look, if you never own anthill garnet, this is the one to own. It's less than $80. $16 on budget pay. Get it home. If you don't agree with me, send it back. But there's only about a dozen of them left. Get it home, and if you don't agree with me, then you're not going to break my heart. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Send it back, but get this home. If it's even a question about it, you have nothing to lose. And $16 on budget pay. 0 credit check, 0 interest. That is the prettiest anthill garnet ring I've seen. That color is sensational. Whoa, something special there. All right, so from that to this, and they did the same thing. They did it again. The black rhodium, which does give you that rich color. It just adds to the color, in my opinion. So this is going to go great with that ring that we just got you. Now, granted, this is going to be in the platinum with the rhodium and what have you. This one's got the rhodium, the black rhodium in the prongs, but this one's going to be in the rose gold, which I think is a perfect. Anytime you got a red or a pink gemstone with pink hues, pink gold is the way to go. Now, we're talking 3 carat 60. That's going to be your total carat weight on that beautiful heart. It's classic design. Nice cluster on the pave, all in those beautiful, and again, that just pigeon's blood red, which is so rare to see in a garnet on these anthills. So rare to see in an anthill garnet too, which is rare in and of itself. 3 carat 60 all together. We're going to give you the vermeil chain. The vermeil chain is worth the price of admission here. It's $127.99. The vermeil chain is coming along for the ride. it's like you're getting the pendant for free. So you're getting a 20-inch beautiful vermeil chain. You've got a nice big lobster claw clasp on that. And of course, you're getting this nice size heart there, sort of a cocktail size pendant there, but not going to be too big, not too small. It's going to be that just right size. I mean, from bell to bottom, it's going to be right at 1.25 inches. And it's classic, right? Hearts. Always feeling love from a heart. Never going to go out of style. Nice finished gallery behind it. It's going to glide over your skin, feel very smooth. 2.5 microns of pink gold, or rose gold as we call it. This basically just add a little bit of copper in with the gold and it gives it that lovely pink sheen. But this is a spectacular deal if you just get it and you just get the chain. I mean, at the retail level, that's what you're going to pay for a vermeil chain, typically around 120 bucks. Maybe more if you go to one of the fancy, high-end luxury retailers. But today you can get it all, $127. $25.60 on budget pay. So if you're going to get the ring, and get this, the ring was like $16 and some change. Let's round it up to 17. Let's round this up to 26. 26 plus 17, you can get both of them on budget pay today. And just beautiful. Some of the prettiest color I've seen in anthill garnet. It looks like it was cut from the same rough as those larger on the ring. These are a little bit more on the smaller side, but again, beautifully clustered, all beautifully matched, mated and calibrated there. And then you've even got a sort of a halo, probably going to be a white zircon in the halo surrounding that beautiful heart, and nice sort of filigree work on the side, nice use of the negative space, decent size on the bail as well. So I think that's our time here, ladies and gentlemen, but I want to say thank you so much.
No, we got 5 minutes.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
That was our last item, wasn't it?
No, we have one more.
Oh, cool. Where you at?
I'll show you. This one.
Oh, I like it. Okay, so affordability, yes, we've got it for you. So if we've shown you some items today, I realize the last 2 items we've shown you on the more, maybe especially between the bracelet, that tanzanite bracelet, that was 120, 25, 127, give or take. Ditto that with that pendant, right? So a little bit on the higher end of 100. But just to show you that we've got something for everybody, we've got this Rose de France. That is a beautiful amethyst solitaire ring here. This is going to be in platinum over sterling silver. Nice size on the center stone, about 2 carat 40. Then you've got this look here, which kind of gives you a look at the baguettes there because of the use of the white metal here, right? Precious metal, of course. But you've got the look of baguettes on either side. Now that's going to be just the metal, it's just the laser cutting that they did. But it does give it that look of baguettes on either side, which gives it a nice little bit of texturing surrounding a pretty large size, nearly 2.5 carat Rose de France. Probably one of the more popular trending right now in terms of amethyst. This, ladies and gentlemen, is not going to be $149 or even $69 or even $49. We're doing this for $19.99. So $19.99 for that beautiful, what's going to give you the look, essentially, if you're a lover of kunzite, it's going to give you the look. The Rose de France, very, very much a stunt double for the finest kunzite in terms of that rich petroche, deeper purple color of kunzite. So this is going to be the lighter color on the lighter, sort of more pink lilac or lavender side of the colors when it comes to amethyst, which is right up there in terms of popularity as the darker color amethyst these days. But you're getting it for $20, $6.67 on budget pay. $6.67, and you've got a ring that, look, you'd be lucky to get that, just this, a platinum covered silver band. You're lucky if you get that for $20. I don't think you can at the retail world, but you're getting that, plus this beautiful amethyst, and a nice size, nearly 2.5 carats, 2 carat 40 total weight, all with a finished under gallery for $20. Get this as a gift. If you already have an amethyst, maybe you already have a Rose de France, just get it as a gift. Put it in the gift drawer. People are going to think you spent closer to $200, $150 for it. Well, we had a $250 retail value. This is a giveaway price. We have them available in size 8, 9, and a 10 Very sizable though. The money we're saving you there easily. So that's a great get. Great way to end the show. I want to thank everybody for watching. I'm sorry if I didn't get to a lot of people on the TikTok there. I was kind of scrolling by fast. But we appreciate all of you out there. Of course, if you just joined us, I encourage you to go back and watch this show again. I will say just a real quick recap. Because we had so limited of them, if you missed the show, we had this AAA Tanzanite that was less than $100 for that. Going to be about close to half a carat on a AAA quality material in the center stone. Not getting those anymore. And this was nearly 8 carats, I think 8 carats and some change on a ruby ring. There's only 8 of these, and of course the matching studs to go with that, which we had about maybe 11 of those. There's about 2.5 carats per stud on those princess cut rubies. Those are genuine rubies. So take advantage of that. Go back and check out the show. Again, very limited on a lot of what we had here today, but folks, we had a fantastic one for you. I want to thank all of you. I will be back again, I think on, well, I'm not sure. Maybe Tuesday, but I'm not sure. Well, but just stay tuned. I'm definitely going to be on the Friday TV show and then sometime this weekend. But stay tuned for the 2 o'clock show, which is going to be Courtney?
Sean.
Okay, Sean, great guy. He's going to be on at 2 p.m. Central Time, so look forward to that. Go back and rewatch this one, of course, as well. And God bless you. I'll see you all soon. Cheers. Cool.
All right, nice.
Excellent. All right, my man. I'm going to leave it to you. You need help getting any of it up?
I think I'm all right.
Okay, I was about to wet my panties. It doesn't feel so bad. There at the end, I was like, all right, we got to end. I was probably squirming. Was I?
No, you seem fine to me.
Okay, cool. I couldn't lean down to get all my papers, so I was like,
Oh, no.
I'll wet myself if I do.